The Marvel Spider-Man 2 skin is good, but the bundle isn't exactly what I'd expect.
I'm fresh out of honey.
Getting the clear elephant out of the room, the lack of MVP screen isn't exactly the best. So far, nearly every skin has had an MVP screen, and the lack of one on this skin just feels like missed potential. There are plenty of moments in Spider-Man 2 and in Spider-Man 1 we could have had reimagined in this game, but instead we currently just have nothing. I would have honestly just taken him getting cooked with a fridge as an MVP screen, to be honest. But on the topic of MVP screens, if you play Spider-Man, you definitely would have noticed this. His default MVP screen is misaligned. When I saw it, I thought I was tweaking because back in the beta, the camera was properly aligned, but now the camera is just genuinely misaligned. It's not in place. Normally, at this part of MVP, you're supposed to follow along his face as he goes up, and the yellow streaks go down on the webbing on his suit. But since the camera is misaligned, you're not able to see his face properly, and instead, you just see the top of his head. This issue is prevalent with the default pxiqzes skin, and unfortunately this now includes the new Spider-Man 2 skin. The default MVP screen is fine with the Iron Spider and Bagman skins though, although it is a lot more difficult to tell with the latter due to the bag on his head, but they're properly aligned and whatnot. Before the skin dropped, I really thought to myself, hey, maybe they'll make up for it by making it compatible with other MVP screens. More specifically, the 3 generations MVP screen, because let's be honest, if we were able to customize his MVP screen, we would 9 times out of 10 replace pxiqzes in the back of the skin, but I digress.
Who the fuck?
We don't exactly have universal MVP screens yet either, like in Overwatch, just skin exclusive ones, and with the newest Psylocke and Winter Soldier skins, it looks like that trend is going to be continuing for a bit. So the lack of a real MVP screen on the Spider-Man 2 skin, let alone a fixed on the camera alignment on a default MVP screen, is kind of a big bummer, I'm not gonna lie.
Thor friend low. Come on. I need heals.
This skin isn't a legendary skin, and it makes it clear to you that it isn't. This is probably the biggest downside of the skin for me. I mean, just think about what we could have had. I mean, unique web sounds, unique sounds when you run out of webs, unique spider sense sound effect, unique spider sense effect, arms coming out the back when you ult, or even better, tendrils coming out when you ult, or a more unique effect from when you use the Venom team up. It would have been perfect, honestly. But unfortunately, we have, well, none of that. Special sounds would have honestly saved the skin for me after I heard the leaks of it lacking an MVP screen, but unfortunately it doesn't have any, and we're still rocking a default. So by default, Iron Spider is still technically the cleanest Spider-Man skin we have right now, well, in terms of general sounds and effects and whatnot. Getting the skin requires you to get the bundle along with it instead of just getting the skin itself like with other bundles. Which means if you wanted to save the extra 200 to 400 currency, you really can't. And if you're like me, who likes to flex their beta exclusive name cards and not swap to anything else, or you found a name card you already like, then you probably aren't going to be using the other one. And if you aren't interested in sprays, then, well, good luck. The emote is neat, I enjoy it, and I even find myself using it every now and again when a Venom is on my team, but other than that, having to get the bundle to get the skin when you would much prefer to just get the skin is kind of disappointing. I mean, I'd say it's decently priced, to be honest, it's fairly priced, but still, for those who want to save the extra bit more currency, it is slightly annoying. You have to spend a lot more than you'd be willing to. For a collab skin celebrating the launch of Spider-Man 2 coming to PC, this feels kind of, weirdly enough, last minute. And I know the people over at NetEase could have done way more for this skin, like an MVP screen including Miles or something, or maybe not that, or I don't know, man. I just thought that I could have done a lot more with this. In conclusion, the skin itself is nice, it's beautiful, I like it a lot. But honestly, could have had way more. Was hoping it could be a new main skin, but it seems like that role will continue to be the Bagman skin. At least until Spider-Punk 2099 drops. Please bring this skin back. I miss playing with this in the beta. I need it back, please. I need it back.
She said that she love me. Huh, you a fool. Maybe it's true. Don't give a fuck, I'm just up in the booth. She wanted to fix it, I'm lifting a tool. Magic one Glock, put a stick in his poof. Where he at? Where he go? Get all my money, then bro, I don't know. Get my money, don't know what he's talking about. Don't give a fuck, get my money, I'm walking out.